God, a murder, a murder. Oh, sir. Ting God, hear me now? Yeah, yeah. Ting God, well it's another one, another one. Alright. Yo, idiot, 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 that, idiot, ting God. Idiot, idiot, that. We know you know that, idiot, ting God. Idiot, that, idiot, ting God. Idiot, idiot, that. We know you know that, idiot, ting God. Man, I just up in a near brand suit, now mine in youth. Idiot, ting God. A girl pick me, I walk barefoot and she in a near brand boot. Idiot, ting God. Man, I dish, mama dirt and I put them girl first. Yo, idiot, ting God.
Oh, welcome to the Roots Absolutely. And 96.1 on this year FM dial. All right, and it's Roots Absolutely there. Idioting flavor. Wow. And there's something that catch my attention when I come on to the state of emergency. I've been hearing the Prime Minister saying that he wants to declare the state of emergency in the country within the confines of the law. Now we are hearing that the leader of the opposition, that's Mr. Mark Golding, is saying the Prime Minister is declaring these SOEs and they're unconstitutional. And the Prime Minister need to understand and or need to learn about living within the boundaries of the law. So maybe we need to get some constitutional lawyer to see who is wrong or who is right. Because the PM is saying is declaring these SOEs trying to protect life and property within the confines of the Jamaican law. And the PNP saying that he's acting outside of the law. So this is kind of contrary. I'm right. It's kind of contrary. So we have to kind of get this thing now and to see how this thing can properly sort out. All right. The Prime Minister earlier in his statement, and this is what he had to say.
His Excellency, the Governor General, the Most Honourable Sir Patrick Allen, declared 2 states of public emergency. One in the entire parishes of St. Anne, Clarendon, St. Catherine, Kingston, and St. Andrew. And the second, this is now in the entire parishes of St. James, Westmoreland, and Hanover. The government, after careful consideration and on the advice of the security chiefs, decided to notify the Governor General that it was necessary and indeed appropriate to declare states of public emergency in the areas so described.
Necessary and appropriate to declare these SOEs. He said necessary and appropriate, the terms he used, two words he used. And in other part of the speech, he said about trying to protect and save lives and acting within the confines of the Jamaican law. And now the PNP is saying the total opposite. That he needs to live and he needs acting. So they say based on their legal legal recommendations and the legal arguments that he's clearly acting outside the Jamaican law. So this can be a cause of concern. All right, and well, another big idiot thing happened now when it comes to SOEs here on Maho Drive. Here.
You had to go there, right?
Yeah, man, it's a big idiot thing that. I've heard that he'll be sent to, we call it red fence? Yeah.
What that mean?
That's a lock up in the JDF.
Really?
Yes.
But the man drop asleep because happened to anybody?
Well, a soldier.
Oh.
Well, sleeping at SOE is not anything new. Because it's not anything new. But
No?
I probably
But him get catch.
I don't know if him wake up and panic,
Could we jump out there?
jump to sleep and there. But I mean, they say the gun should be at least on have the safety on, should be at the safety should be on. So apparently it wasn't on, and that can be negligence.
That's the problem.
And if in fact they have witness say he was sleeping, that's also another case again.
Have the witness.
Right, yeah. Now because it might be a popular sentiment, that means it may be true. But if they can prove that it's actually maybe I need to take his colleagues' statements.
What can I know about that?
And see what is happening is happening there. So we're gonna try and see what will be happening with that one. We'll wait and see what happened with that particular case to know if what really transpired. Because that is really an idiot thing. And there are a lot of things being said on the ground, but you see you can't go you can just come here and repeat or you can't verify. But so far they have been saying that he accidentally shot himself in his leg. So that's a serious cause there for concern there, and hopefully he can recover, wish him all a speedy recovery. And then we're getting some breaking stuff here. Breaking stuff here. We can't go in details yet until we get because there's a kind of touch situation here. A primary school teacher has been arrested for allegedly assaulting a student at the primary school. I mean, sexual assault. So the primary school teacher there. So the primary school teacher. So we'll give you more details. So this is. So the primary school teacher now. So we'll give you more details as soon as we get on board. But so far we can confirm that a primary school teacher is now in lockup for sexually assaulting a student. But we'll give you more details whenever you news. Same for a newscast, some more details on this one. It's the first on Roots FM, so more details coming shortly. Wow, that's a really idiot thing again. That's idiot thing now. All right, 96.1 on this your FM dial, and you know, a really sad news again. The world is still in mourning at the loss of global football icon King Pele. And the top players around the world and even some Jamaicans are really mourning the loss of Pele. But I think there's one issue we work on the Pele that need to be cleared up. I think confirmed it was William Perkins. And when Pele played in Jamaica in 1971 for Cavaliers, he played for Santos played for his club Santos against the Cavalier team, and Pele played one half of the game. They said that he was tackled there by, and they said that he was tackled up there by this guy Perkins, and Pele got injured, and Pele only played one half of that game, and the entire stadium booed Perkins because they say he's tackled.
Yeah,
because they came out to see Pele
right.
play. Pele play a full match, but Pele play one half. But Pele actually faked the injury, to be frank. When we did our check-in, we did our investigation on that incident. Pele came here, but he did Pele agreed to a certain amount of money,
Okay.
and he get far less than what he agreed to, and he say I won't play a full match. So poor Perkins get all the blame. Just happened that he did the tackle and Pele fell,
Right.
and he get all the blame for something he didn't commit. So we have to clear Perkins' name. Hope we can vindicate now this man Perkins from the time when they tackled Pele and Pele went down and said Pele got injured. Pele didn't have intention to play a full game.
So it was just good luck then.
Hmm?
It was just good luck then.
Yeah, why in Pele, but Jamaican booed. Jamaican play because they say they came out in numbers to see Pele.
Yeah.
And they see Pele in a full match.
Mm-hmm.
But Pele only played one half.
Yeah.
Cause in Jamaican term, the money never right. But we have to say hats off to, but you know, the legend has transitioned,
Mm-hmm.
and we do extend our condolences to this. Apart from being a footballer, he's the first is Brazil's first global superstar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Brazil first global superstar,
Mm-hmm.
Pele, and we have to say hats off to and Pele played in Jamaica twice, 71 and 75.
Really?
Yes, he played in Jamaica twice. He played 75 for his club, New York Cosmos, a Jamaica team, and 71 and in 71 now he played against the Cavaliers for his club Santos.
Okay.
So he played twice. Actually played twice in Jamaica.
Oh, interesting.
And that time Jamaica,
Big legend.
yeah, Jamaica, the Brazilian coach at the time called George Pena
Mm-hmm.
at the time, and that was where football changed Jamaica. I know you Mojo will let you hear this part of history now. When that was the beginning of the death of Jamaican football.
Mm-hmm.
When George Pena was here as a Brazilian coach.
Mm-hmm.
National team was more middle class players, and they were well supported. When George Pena left Jamaica in the mid-70s, the JFF selected a national team, and the base of that team was 10 players from Railway Club. It was then Railway, now Tivoli Gardens. And when it became obvious that poor people is now the base of Jamaica football team, that's when the support stopped in Jamaica. It stopped. So it's classism. It's killing local football also. That's a big idiot thing. That is a big, and that was confirmed by Coach Carl Brown. Coach Carl Brown confirmed that recently in an interview recently. Remember good friend Ryan LFC. So classism has killed football in Jamaica from the 70s. Eh?
What caused that?
Because the middle class players were no longer forming the base of the local football team. It was the man from the ghetto, from the Tivoli Gardens, the Arnett Gardens, the Waterhouse, the jungle, the country, the mobile, yeah. No longer the upscale communities. It happened suddenly. Just imagine 10 players from Railway Football Club. It was called Railway then, now Tivoli Gardens. When they select 10 players from Tivoli Gardens to form the national team, that's where it all stopped.
Yeah.
Not about no politics, just classism.
Yeah. Right, Dolly, we're at the, to some extent, the penultimate idiot thing up as a news for 2022. The next time we have idiot thing, that's on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
I think we can probably do a review, but this is the last one for 2022.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So much has happened in 2022 when it comes down to news and stories and idiot thing and haphazard business. And so so much happened in the schools. You remember what was going on in the schools? taking out, not taking out totally, but changing devotional protocols, along with so many other things, with social media, the social media influencers that were killed, and their big stories. So, we've seen quite an eventful 2022. We're not yet, we have just another date. Tomorrow will be fireworks. I'm not sure if you Mojo will be going at fireworks tomorrow to see at downtown Kingston. The fireworks.
I really won't be going to
Mhm.
the fireworks, but
Mhm.
why? Because I don't know if you knew who Amy Jakes was. Amy Jakes was
Marcus Garvey.
the second husband,
Mhm.
second wife.
Wife.
What am I saying? The second wife. Sorry for. I'm sorry, guys. Let me put up
Yeah.
a phone. Distraction.
Uh-huh.
The Amy Jakes was the second wife for
Mhm.
Marcus Garvey,
Okay.
and you know Jakes Road.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
The famous man in Jakes Road is Everton Douglas, otherwise called Football. We want to big him up.
Yeah.
We'll be having the unveiling thanks to Big Stone and the executive members
Nice.
of the committee. We'll be having the unveiling of the Amy Jakes portrait on the Amy Jakes Community Center wall
That's good.
tomorrow at 4 p.m. But there's going to be a church service at Kingston Parish Church. People don't talk about Amy Jakes at all. I don't know why they haven't spoken so much about her.
Yeah.
But Amy Jakes, like I said, it was the actual second wife.
Mhm.
Actual second wife for
Yeah.
Marcus Garvey.
Mhm.
And she was when you hear her speak,
Mhm.
she's somewhat like Nelson Mandela. She was the wind beneath Marcus Garvey's
Awesome.
life and stuff. So, Jakes Road has gotten his name. We only associate Jakes Road with badness.
Yeah. So we associating it with good things.
Yes,
now.
and there's
That's
so much
true.
more things that are happening
Mhm.
on Jakes Road or in Jakes Road community. So tomorrow at 9, we're going to be at the Kingston Parish Church in Haphazard
Okay. Nice.
to have the church service. It's like we're doing our own memorial service for her again, and Big Stone and the team, and then we go down to Jakes Road at 4 p.m. for the unveiling. And let me tell you something. In every community, there is good.
Yeah.
So I know the fireworks will be happening, but we will be having our own
Yeah.
different fireworks in a
big
different
events,
context.
yeah.
At Jakes Road. So, but I really came on to say, it's really been a pleasure working with you and Dudley. I mean, where we can come together and discuss things that's going to help our people.
Yeah.
There's so much
Mhm.
negatives that are happening, like you would have said. When I look back at 2022, I was sharing with why I came so late. A lady wanted to kill herself this morning.
Oh my.
Oh my.
And somebody
Wow.
called, somebody gave her my number, I think she said years ago,
Mhm.
and she wrote it on her fridge.
Wow.
And she said she was going to take the last drink and commit suicide.
Wow.
Last week we were talking on the radio that this is the time of the year when people would look back and say, boy, them not make nothing of themselves, them not get. But we have to also remember, people, that we just came out of, this is, we keep saying,
First
we're
time out of pandemic.
post-COVID somewhat.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And, we have to give God thanks that we're alive, and we can even go to Grand Market the other day. We can
Right.
even think about having fireworks. We need to look back and say, God has been good, where we were to where we are. So the lady said she was going to take her last drink and commit suicide. Just remember that we just had a reflection for Giovanni Baxter last night in Franklinton, and the Franklinton community came out so well thanks to that. But then we're going to have to be dealing with the 16-year-old who hung himself last Wednesday in the
Wow.
community. We're going to have a setup, a 9-night, for him later in Franklinton. And I'm expecting the Franklinton community and other surrounding communities to come out as well. No, he hung himself, okay? And this lady was going to hang herself this morning. She remembered somebody gave her my number, she wrote it on her fridge. She never write her name. And she just looked on the number and she remember why she got the number. Because somebody had told her that if you want somebody to talk to, we're not going to judge you. Call the Monday.
Okay.
And she look at the number. She said she write 876-339-8255 about 5 times. And she
Wow.
called me.
Wow.
And she said, sir, me did get your number years ago.
Wow.
And now me I got to do with something with me. Somebody said, what you going to do? She said, you not have to know. I said, no, ma'am, I want to know. She was going to take some pills where I know she for take it and the pill them outdated.
Oh my.
I don't know if taking the pills that are outdated would have done the same effect. Me never want to find out. So I said to her, do me a favor. Get away from the fridge. Put away the pills somewhere in the kitchen. And then we're going to tell you what we're going to do with the pill after. She put on the pill. And she come out. She said she come out of the kitchen. And we were there speaking. And this is what the lady said. I said it earlier. She not meet her quota. I don't know if she's into business or whatever. I don't know what her profession is. She not meet her quota. The lady have a Benz. She drive a Benz. Because I asked her 3 things that she love or have a value. I said, listen to me. She never said lie. She said her Benz. She said her children. She said the companies that she own. I said, miss.
Companies.
I said, miss, right now, I know one Benz me really want. If me get one car where I move and it spray and look good, it have to be Benz. So I say, you have something where no far we want. Secondly, you have a family where love you.
Yeah.
Thirdly, you have a chain. This is what the lady said. She has a chain of businesses.
Wow.
And she live in Upper St. Andrew.
Wow.
No, I said to her, I said, sweetie, you have life.
Yeah.
And life is important. I said, no worry about the quota. I said, we're still in a 2022.
Yeah.
You still can meet it. You chain. The people them who manage your businesses can tell you, say, you meet the quota. And if you don't meet the quota, me and you go talk and have a drink. I said, here what you're going to do now. You're going to flush the pills. And she flushed the pills. I heard it. I hope she's telling the truth because I'm trying to message her to find out if she flushed the pills.
Right.
What am I saying? All of us here, ISIS, everybody, all are we. People hearing our voice on the radio,
Yeah. I never know.
keep them going. So I am grateful.
Yeah.
Grateful
Yeah.
to have met you guys and
Yeah.
to the way how remember saying nobody else never used to come in here, you know. Yeah, that's where I say but they are from the inception. When no other person can come in, me come in. So I'm blessed. You understand? So
Yeah.
I am blessed
Yeah.
to have you guys as friends, co-workers, whatever they want to theorize it as. And we just want to give God thanks for life. And like I said to the lady, I said, don't be afraid to call on me. Call me whenever time you feel like you go through something. Call me. Isis and I were talking about this last week, and the manifestation happened this week.
That's
Friday.
right.
The lady
That's right.
called me. That's how I was late because the lady, my thought lady out of killing herself.
Awesome.
You don't need to kill yourself.
Awesome.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
like-
good. That's rootsy. That's a really rootsy one.
Yeah, man.
Very, very, very rootsy.
People are go through things, Papa.
Yeah, man. I mean, she didn't make her quota. She
have a Benz. Isis,
Benz?
tell Isis. Isis, the lady have a Benz.
she have
She
companies.
have a chains of
chains
businesses.
of businesses.
And she live in Upper St.
Upper
Andrew.
St.
She have
Andrew.
children.
She
Miss
didn't.
Miss, but I would. Hold on, no, man. I tell her, say she could have. Listen. Who would man she get one little old car with spray over? At least you can drive and go somewhere. Exactly, a roots truck. There you go.
Yeah.
Like, you know everybody know me like the underfit. Say anybody, yeah, the underfit guys, the new underfit, yes, for your mojo. Yeah, come on, me say you have a Benz. Come on now. Chains of businesses. Me say life is important, man.
Standard.
Yeah, you have so many people that have it, and you think that they have it, they don't have nothing at all because they're depressed.
Depressed.
Yeah,
man.
They have money, but
Yeah.
money is not all.
Money
Like
is not
they
all.
were
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His legacy is not the football and the ball and the stadium. His legacy is love.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
he said, you go on them paintings that he's been saying that love is his legacy. You understand? Not
What
the
you say,
football.
bud?
Pele.
You say, man.
Yeah, the footballer.
Love.
Yeah, love.
What's your legacy? What's your legacy? Dudley, what's your legacy?
See like pellet.
Could
Love.
define legacy for me.
It can be defined. It depends. Some people see it as what the
Give
good
me a synonym.
what you left behind. Some people define it.
Because a lot
what's
of people
left
don't know
behind?
what I know what legacy meant, but I wanted persons who don't know, and this is what we do at Roots. We teach people. They're teaching moment. So your legacy is what you. A legacy could also be, really should be, inheritance, because from you,
Yeah.
what people, like I said to them at the reflection last night, what will people say about you when you transition, when you become an ancestor? So your legacy is really your inheritance for somebody else that you'd have left behind. Or your legacy. Give me a synonym that you just gave me.
What you love.
You?
My legacy, love.
No, man. Give me the synonym.
It's, what you left behind.
What you left behind. What's your legacy?
Well, could say that I've definitely impacted lives of a lot of persons. Positively. with whatever help, with whatever information I pass on. Definitely, because information can't die now.
Yeah.
You pass on training, seeing where I've trained a number of persons, and they've been using that ability, in whichever field they are now. So,
That's true. Because when trimming, editing.
it's a lot. It's a lot, and also, how you interact with persons, they can say, well, boy, I really admire how you interact with persons or deal with people, and they would also want to be like that. So that's also something that can impact persons and can live on. So it's not just about what I have. Definitely, I mean, have it. I don't have the house, I don't have the car, all these things, but whatever intangible thing that we can impart and that can bring value. Yeah. Go ahead.
Sorry, Owen. The most important thing as a sealer that we have to understand that legacy does not mean the car where your mother leave for you, the house where your father leave for you, the millions in the bank. No, that's not the kind of legacy I'm talking about. I'm talking about the legacy that you leave in terms of your lifestyle. Like suppose you're philanthropic. Like that. In other words, Monsignor Gregory Ramkisson, his legacy would be mustard seed and the work he carried through for 40 odd years. That's a legacy.
Yeah.
It's not the money and the things that are coming in, but the legacy of what transpired. What you did. Your legacy is your ministry. It's not your car, your underfit, or whatever you want to name.
Oh, God, I feel like
Ministry your legacy. You understand, Dudley?
Yeah, it's true.
Dudley,
That's it.
your WDT media. Are your legacy that your media?
Yes.
You understand? Here goes on again, but I can't even call his companies because he has a conglomerate.
Lord have mercy.
So I can't even go through all of his companies.
Browns Media and Graphic.
Yeah, Browns Media
And Graphic.
That's a legacy. His
I mean,
spirituality
and she,
is
this
his
is your thought there.
legacy.
Conscious reggae movement.
Rootsology. And don't mention it.
Listen to me now. Everywhere I go and hear that song, me wonder if ISIS there in
That's
the
right.
room.
Copyright it.
So it's
Copyright it.
so excellent.
Yeah.
You need to copyright
well,
it.
it's
for
African, so it's
Oh, okay.
Ethiopia.
Oh,
Right.
Instead of capping, they go, so
Oh.
we can't copyright
Oh,
it. We're
okay.
just happy to spread it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you guys, love you all. You're just
Mwah.
amazing. But that have a copyright because people start using it up like theirs own. I don't mean I can't use it like it's yours own, but it's me invented it.
Yes.
Invented it.
Yeah,
That's right.
I've covered that too.
Jamazing, and rasterific.
Yeah.
I
Wow.
make up a lot of words.
Like
Love you guys.
Ella Lewis.
No.
Unequivocally.
Yeah. That's a word.
No, it's again. Ella word.
That's a word though.
No, not unequivocally.
Hey, something wrong with that. Dolly, me know where you're
Anyway, I
being
gotta go
from.
because I'm leaving early today, guys. Love you dearly. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you all. The news team, I
God.
love you.
Bless you.
Yes, bless
Yeah.
up, bless up, bless up.
Thank you all. Roots FM, you're the bomb.
Pick up yourself.
You're the bomb.
All right, we're out of here.
Tune into the Enrichment Gospel Hour every Monday at 9 a.m. Eastern with highly favored Blake as we strive to enrich your lives through music, prayer, and the inspired Word of God. We also have live interviews with gospel ministers as they share their ministry. Tune into Roots 96.1 FM and Roots FM on YouTube and Facebook. Tune in and be blessed.